From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, typical summer heat across Acadiana today with temperatures in the low to mid 90s. That heat index right around 110, 109 at this hour. More importantly, those dew points upper 70s to near 80. That's not going to change. And unfortunately, less clouds, more sun, more high heat on the way as we progress throughout the week. So let's go to the graphics and take a look. How have we been doing so far this month? And the news is in, and I'd be willing to bet this is going to be the hottest June on record. Why? Well, all the numbers you see here, number one, when it's in red, these are above normal temperatures. So we had a normal day on June 5th and a little bit below normal on June 6th. The rest of the month, well, you can see it's been all red, mid to upper 90s. And taking the average of the highs and the lows, we're coming in at 84.9 degrees so far with 5 days left, not including today. Previous record of 84.6 was set back in 2010 and 2011. So 3 of the top 10 records all occurring in the last decade to 12 or 13 years. So there's climate change for you in a bucket, and we see it most pronounced in June, and most especially in those overnight lows that are closer to 80 degrees rather than the normals that we saw in the late 20th century of the low to mid 70s. And it's only going to get hotter. This ridge of high pressure is going to be expanding eastward as we head throughout the week, not permitting much in the way of shower or thunderstorm activity. And today we did have a little in the way of shower activity. Had a nice looking shower moving through Lafayette, but just a few drops for some and not enough, just not enough to please, that's for sure. And as we look at the Doppler radar sweeps across the region, all is quiet this afternoon. We'll bring it in a little bit closer, and you could see the activity we had, but it kind of fell apart and then kind of sparked up a little bit down by the coast. But all is quiet now across the Acadiana region with some nice showers over toward Baton Rouge and eastern parishes of Louisiana. Now, we do have an excessive heat warning for much of Acadiana. That's shaded here in the magenta or purple. That's for heat indices that could be approaching 115 to 118. Excessive heat advisory for the coastal parishes, southwest Louisiana, where there's a little bit more of a breeze out of the Gulf, and those heat indices may be closer to about 112 to 114. Bottom line, any way you slice it, it's hot, and rarely do we see the excessive heat warnings in Acadiana in any given summer, and this is probably the 5th or 6th one we've seen issued for the area, and more to come as we head throughout the week. Well, at least the good news is we look into the tropics, all is quiet locally. Pacific looks like it might get a little bit more active in the days ahead, and into the Atlantic, tropical wave here not doing anything. The remnants of Cindy just falling apart. So that is the good news. Here's the bad news. Here comes this ridge of high pressure as we look at the upper level pattern at about 18,000 feet. And here we are toward the end of the week. This is sitting right on us. So prospects of any afternoon storms, 5% at best. And we know when we get temperature with the ridge overhead, we can get temperatures well into the low 100s, especially as if we get a wind that's not out of the Gulf of Mexico, more of a westerly wind, say. But then as we head into next week, it looks like that ridge moves into the Gulf, it flattens out, and that could permit the chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So maybe a little light at the end of the tunnel. But in the near term, it's quiet overnight tonight. Temperatures near 80, though it feels like heat index temperatures. We start the day in the mid 90s, and then tomorrow just another hot one with prospects of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm pretty close to 0. Temperatures several degrees hotter than today, and we do it all over again going into Tuesday morning. Temperatures starting out near 80, finishing off in the upper 90s. So here's the temperature forecast. Again, we'll be right in the upper 70s, lower 80s. There you can see the risk of a shower or thunderstorm eastern Louisiana, but our temperatures in the upper 90s. And again, we stay right near 84 or low. That's not too good. The only saving factor, a little bit of a breeze in the evening, but daytime highs approaching triple digits. So we're going to have to embrace it any way you look at it. Heat indices up to 115 tomorrow. It's going to be very similar for Wednesday. And those high heat indices over 100 by 9 o'clock in the morning and staying that way through at least 9 or 10 in the evening. And look at this max. It's not only just hitting the max of 114 or 115, but look at these heat indices for a good part of the day so So if you work or play outdoors, please take plenty of breaks. And unfortunately, no relief in sight through the rest of the week and into the weekend with those heat indices way up there. So overnight tonight, a quiet night ahead. We'll go 80 for the overnight low. A little bit of a breeze early this evening. Then for tomorrow, we'll get up to about 99 for a high. You can see those clouds off to the north of us, but they won't be impacting our area during the course of the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine with temperatures reaching the upper 90s to near 100, and it looks like triple-digit heat, a very good bet this week. We managed to miss the last hundreds in the last heat wave, but this time that sun is a little bit more direct. In fact, longest days of the year right now with over 14 hours of daylight, and about 9 of those 14 hours are very
I think when we left here Friday, there were maybe 3,
I think.
and
So
now
you've
there
added
are
a few
5.
more.
Yeah, well, just going what the miles are telling us at this point. And some records may fall down the line.
All right.
Thank you, Rob.
Hang in there.
Yeah, please do.